We're hardcore wrestling radio. In HWR, we may not drop a lot of pipe bombs, but we sure as hell drop a lot of F-bombs. So don't say you weren't warned. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Hardcore Wrestling Radio. I'm the Shining Star Rick Starr, and of course, I got the whole gang here with me. First, he's the Wrestle Gamer from WGS-TV. He's Double B Bujo. Billy, welcome to the show.
So looking forward to the release of the PlayStation 4 in November.
And of course, he's my sidekick. He's my partner. He's all attitude, no filter. He's the son of a bitch, Andy. Andy, welcome to Hardcore Wrestling Radio.
Thanks for having me, and hello everybody in listening land.
And way over on the West Coast, he's the Bay Area MVP, known as Will. Will, welcome to the show.
If Miz wears that wig one more time, I swear he looks like Afro Thunder.
And way over from Lance Moss TV, he's the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
We also have our special guest, Joseph Knight. Joe, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for letting me come in here. And I have to say, bring back the classics, damn it. Bring them back.
That's right. We have you from Classic Wrestling Association. So, what do you get going on this month, Joe?
Well, September 28th, we are doing our CWA live show. You're going to have Jason Knight defending his belt. He cheated the Atomic Dog last time, but this time a young guy who has been in the WWE, Ryan Mitchell, the Steel City Prodigy. He's coming back, so that's September 28th, Saturday, 7 o'clock at the Center City Mall in Paterson, New Jersey. It's second floor right next to Planet 301, and I said that in one breath. And my legs are much better shape than Dixie's.
Wow.
Be careful, you might get a new stalker by the name of Andy.
As we get on to the show, there's a rumor talking that Biggie Langston could be going from heel to face. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think, should he turn the face from heel to face? Andy, Billy, okay, go ahead.
Well, since he's falling flat on his face right now as a heel and doing absolutely, positively nothing, just rolling out a big old goose egg, just absolutely just doing nothing in the WWE except beating up poor guys like R-Truth like he did on tonight's main event, I'd say, you know what? Wouldn't hurt to give him a shot.
Not a bad idea. Andy, what about you? What do you think?
I agree with Billy. I totally agree with Billy. For a change.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, so am I. This conversation, we usually have a kind of big conversation here going here, and this is kind of going away nothing. Lance, what do you think? Do you think Biggie Langston going to doing a face turn is going to be good for him or bad for him? What do you think?
It'll change stuff up, so sure, why not?
Will, over to you. Your thoughts?
Well, oh man. Well, can I say this is a long time coming? I don't know, but he is a big, talented wrestler, so it'd be intriguing for him to be a face, but wow, I mean, the million-dollar question is, how would you turn Biggie Langston? How would you do it? But
I haven't beat up 3MB.
Well, then there you go.
I would spray him white and give him ginger hair.
Wow.
Wait, spray him? Wait a minute.
Be the Sheamus.
Andy, we only need one Sheamus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be bulked up Sheamus or mini Sheamus. Because I don't think he's as tall as Sheamus, is he? So he could be like mini me. You got mini Sheamus.
Or it could be one of the many cousins of Sheamus.
Joe, what are your thoughts? Do you think this is a good idea, or do you think they should turn him heel? Or do you think they should just leave him alone where he's at and give him time as a heel? Do you think there's too many heels, too many people swapping back and forth?
Well, the concept of good heels and baby faces are long gone, but I think with changing him at least back and forth, at least to now a baby face, it's going to help his career, because what has he really done? He's teamed with AJ Lee. He hasn't done nothing significant.
Person, even the WWE's overlooked about. Everybody says that the reason why Chris Benoit's not in is because he supposedly murdered his family and this, that, and the other. Well, somebody's in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion, who's done exactly a similar sort of crime. They've not murdered anybody, but the crime they committed is equally as bad, in my opinion.
Who's
And who am
that?
I referring to? Mike Tyson. Did he not go jail for raping a woman?
Valid point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a you just caught that nail right on the head.
Yeah.
I don't condone what Chris Benoit did if the guy ever did do it, if they're ever going to find out the truth. But if he's linked with a death in wrestling, does that make it all right then for a bloke to rape and get charged and committed and do 10 years in prison? That's acceptable? I don't think it is.
You know, if I could throw in the only reason that Tyson is allowed in, look who his buddies were. He ran with the Clique. And that's a big factor. If Chris Benoit was in DX, he would have been in the Hall of Fame regardless of what he did. It's all about politics, and I think that's why you see Tyson in there, because he was a big part of the Clique and the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Popularity, it's a popularity thing. And well, let's talk about a few other people who should be inducted. We saw Goldust return to Raw, and the funny thing is, he had his quote unquote what I call his one more match. Why isn't he inducted in the Hall of Fame? Any thoughts?
My personal opinion is I don't think Goldust's face has ever fitted with the WWE. That's just my honest opinion. I think he's as good as anybody else that's ever laced his boots up in the WWE, but he's a bit like another star who I would put in the similar sort of category, and that's William Regal. William Regal never gets any pat on the back or nothing, and he is up there with the Dean Malenkos, probably one of the best technical wrestlers that the WWE have ever produced. And I'm not just saying that because he's a Brit. He's an exceptional wrestler in his own right. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Will he ever go in? I very much doubt it.
Yeah, he probably won't go in until a couple of years down the road. Yeah,
If they run out of people.
Yeah.
I don't think that guy will go in until he's died.
And that's a shame.
People will even consider him going in, and I don't know why. When they've got the likes of the Iron Sheik in there, then I'm sorry. He should definitely be in.
Yeah. While we're talking about, people going in, we noticed that Jim Ross is retiring, and I was thinking to myself, wow, he should be inducted in the Hall of Fame, right? Probably. And I'm like,
he is.
He already is.
What I thought. Now, how did that happen? How does somebody like Jim Ross and even Jerry the King Lawler get inducted to the Hall of Fame before they retire? Well, there are so many other people. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think that they are worthy of being in the Hall of Fame someday? Absolutely. But here they are, still on the active payroll, still in the Hall of Fame.
I think we all knew Jerry the King Lawler. Was he inducted when he was iffing and ahhing whether to sign a new contract? I'm sure that's right. And JR had been off television for quite some time, so I think we all knew that it was not long before he was going to be hanging up his boots because he was taking time off. Was it colon surgery or something? So none of us thought he'd be back anyway. So I think that's why they inducted them before they'd retired.
And can I say something right
Go
now?
ahead.
The main reason they probably got in while they were still semi-active, when you think Monday Night Raw on commentary, who do you think of?
Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler.
There you go.
But they don't put Hall of Fame. I mean, whether they do or not, I don't look at see if they have the Hall of Famers. It's just kind of like, yeah, I know they're Hall of Famers, but look at JBL. He's not inducted in the Hall of Fame yet. But even still, there's so many other people that really truly is deserving of the Hall, inducted in the Hall of Fame, and they're inducting like celebrities. People who won, like Andy said, Mike Tyson didn't even occur to me. Yeah, a rapist who is in. There's other people. I hate to say it, Donald Trump. You know what? Yeah. Okay. He's got big money. Yeah. He's held a couple of places. You know, he was at WrestleMania 20 where, you know, or one of the 20 WrestleManias where, you know, he shaved Vince's head. And
23, I believe it was.
23. And that condones him to be a Hall of Famer? I'm sorry.
Not only that, but they hosted WrestleManias 4 and 5 back to back at Trump
he hosted
Plaza in
the
Atlantic
building.
City.
It was a building. It wasn't like anything that he
It's a building with Trump's name on it. It means Donald Trump.
Yeah, but the only thing is, Billy, when you think about it, what about all these other places that have had WWE WrestleManias?
Are they going to come in line before other wrestlers who's put their time and sweat and blood into it?
At the end of the day,
I never said anything about that.
But that's my. But you're justifying it. My point is, go ahead.
I bet you at the end of the day, Donald Trump's had is. I don't know how much they would charge for the arena, Donald Trump's arena, but I bet you he charged Vince. So not only has he been in the Hall of Fame for, I think, his arena featured on 2 WrestleManias or 3 WrestleManias, wherever it is, he's also been paid for it. Yeah. As probably Joseph can say, you do not go into a building unless you've got a very good rapport with them for free. He had no rapport with Vince at that time. He would have charged him a couple of thousand, maybe $100,000 to hire his building. So he's made money out of being in the Hall of Fame. He's not done it for free. He might have done it. He might do it for free now, but I very much doubt it. No matter how rich he is.
No. And
so he's been well reimbursed for those WrestleManias.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and while there's other, you know, wrestlers who put their time in who deserve to be in that spot, there's wrestlers like that, and there's like other actors who was in like, you know, like one Royal Rumble, while there's wrestlers who've been, you know, putting their time in, and they, you know, they're still sitting on the waiting list, you know, waiting for my time, and they probably just won't get it because they're not popular enough, or they weren't big enough, you know what I mean, or they're just forgotten, or whatever word you want to choose.
Rick, why do I get the feeling that you really don't agree with the fact that Jim Ross is in the Hall of Fame right now?
It's not that, do I agree with it? I don't think that he's. I think it's way too early for you know. But if you want my honest opinion, I just think it's just kind of funny that he's retiring now and he's in the Hall of Fame. That's like saying, why don't we put John Cena in the Hall of Fame now?
Well, the fact of the matter is, Jim Ross did a lot more than being just an on-air personality. There's a lot more.
I'm not disputing his work.
Because you got to talk to all the guys, and he was very well respected.
I don't deny that.
And when you're very well respected in the wrestling industry, the guys who know you in the industry, the guys like the Shawn Michaels, the Bret Harts, even Stone Cold Steve Austin, they hold Jim Ross in the highest regards. If you ever want to have a 5-star quality match called on TV, you go talk to Jim Ross.
Okay, you made a valid point. You made a valid point, but my point is this, okay? If you want to be in the Hall of Fame, I suggest you do it after you retire, not while you're still, you know, on the job. He's sitting there, all right, Hall of Fame usually means I'm retiring, I'm done, you know, and then he's still
after
working.
they inducted Nature Boy Ric Flair into the Hall of Fame, they should have just flat out canceled the match between him and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24.
Well, that was a joke, if you ask me, but that's beside the point. Did anybody really think he was going to retire?
No, not really.
All right, then.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
One thing about this whole scenario, this whole Hall of Fame that the WWE does, isn't it first for the WWE/F people first? You know, shouldn't it be for those countless people who have been there in the WWF first?
See,
I can understand bringing, like Vern Gagne. Are they ever going to bring Jim Crockett?
Thank you for listening to this preview edition of Hardcore Wrestling Radio. If you would like to listen to this episode in its entirety, make sure you head over to Spreaker.com/HWR Media. Hardcore Wrestling Radio is an association with WGS-TV. Until next time, this is the Shining Star Rick Starr saying, we'll see you.